Ray's Sports and Slams is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
Welcome back. Another Monday, Ray Sports and Slams. I am Ray all day. Thank you again for joining us on another Monday evening. It is getting cold as you know what out there, but we will survive. I want to thank everybody for liking, sharing, and subscribing. BoinkStudios.com. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on all the other streaming sites. Appreciate the love. Before I even get started, let me bring my partner in crime, Mr. Mack Garvin. What's up, brother?
What's going on, America? How y'all doing? We are ready for today. Boink Studios, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe as soon as possible. Like, subscribe, share. We need the love. We need the love. We need the love. A lot of topics today. This is the time of year I personally love the most because it is football season, and I'm all about the pigskin, so I am thrilled for that. Lots to talk about today, and we're gonna get right into it, dude.
All right,
no
the
problem. The MVP race is in full gear. We've got right now 3 quarterbacks who are probably on lock: Drake Maye, Matt Stafford, and Dakota Rain Prescott. I'm going to let you run with this first. I'm going to let you go first because I know you have a lot to say. Right now, based on what you've seen, if your vote counted, who do you pick as your National Football League's MVP?
Okay, all right. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. You said Dakota Rain Prescott.
That's his name. I don't know.
Your boy Dak, he's doing this. That's why he goes by Dak. Dakota. So I will admit he is playing lights out. 100% Dak. The last 3 weeks, I think his confidence, especially last week, beginning of the game, his answer to the team going to halftime, we was here last week. We know we can do it. Let's just go out and show America we can do it. We are America's team, well, quote unquote. And they turned it on and won the game. Props to them. Drake Maye, listen, they're playing tonight against my New York Giants. And I'm going to tell everybody, all the bookies, all the guys with points, whatever it be the case in fantasy, Drake Maye is going to run this game and win the game. Jackson Dart is his first week back. I appreciate him. But there's a reason why her offensive and defensive coordinator got fired. So that's that. Last but not least, your boy Stafford, they just lost. He looked real suspect. So I'm going to go 100%. I'm not a Pats fan, but Drake Maye is a beast. I mark him. MVP Drake Maye. Not saying that Dak, but we know Dak's history. Dak is great regular season and has been for 5 seasons. But when it comes to the playoffs, for some reason they shrink. You can call it that. You can look it up. But Drake Maye, I think right now that young man is playing cohesive football. That's the word I want to use, cohesive. The last 6 weeks, 6 straight wins. Your boy Dak finally won the last 3, but Drake has been in the zone for the last 6. I'm going Drake Maye. Okay.
All right. Well, right now, I have to agree with you on Matt Stafford. He did not play well in a very important big-time game. He threw a lot of bad passes, threw a pick. That was his time to shine, and he poo-pooed the bed. So Matt Stafford is dropped some points. I still think he's still an elite quarterback, and I think he could rebound. So I'm not taking him out of the race completely, but he's dropped a little bit. Drake Maye is a beast. He's having a phenomenal year. He's gonna cook your team tonight. It's gonna be 100%. It's gonna be ugly. I feel bad for you. I'll be thinking of you tonight when he's throwing bullets all up and down the field. It's gonna be a bad look. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Right now, Dak is looking like the Dak attack. I don't know what's happening, but he's playing lights out. He's been playing lights out. However,
for 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks. I will concur that playoff time comes and Dak unfortunately turns into Duck, and he's had some problems. So if I had to pick now, I probably. I still. I have to go. I'd have to go with Drake May too. I have to give him his love. I'd have to go with Drake May. Now, this is all subject to change because things happen. Things happen. But right now, I'd have to go with Drake May. Right now,
All right.
if you had to put me on the spot and pick one, I'm going to go to Drake May. Eric Colon is in the house. Stafford is beasting. He was until
until yesterday, bro.
Until yesterday,
Yeah.
dude. We're starting for that number one pick, Giants forever.
Yeah.
Lose and get that pick. Lose and get that pick. I agree with you 100%. Lose and get that pick.
Yeah.
If Drake May gets to the playoffs, and for some reason, if the Rams or Cowboys get in and get further, that vote could change drastically. But like I said, right now, it's looking like it's his to lose. But you know, because he's not had a stinker game yet. I mean, he's been playing lights out. I mean, yet the competition's a little different, so it's not as strong. But you know, it's definitely a thing where, you know, anything can happen. You know, if somebody, God forbid, gets hurt, so many different variables. But like I said, if the chips are on the table, so to speak, it's definitely Drake May.
Yeah. If you're betting sports bookie, if you're on with FanDuel and what's the other one? What other platform it is? Sportsbet and FanDuel. If you're on one or two on DraftKings, between those three, you make some good choices and great decisions, and go with 100% New England right now. So you're right. Until Drake has a bad game, is when we can make a difference opinion, because at this point the last 9 weeks he has not.
No, so he has not. He has not caused them to lose. So until he does, I have to call a spade. And Eric, I'm an objective host.
Thank you.
And I ain't got to call it. Thank you. I call it the way it is. Love Dak, but if you're telling me right now I have to pick one, I got to go with Drake. It is what it is. All right, we're switching gears really quick because there was another big story that came out. Anthony Davis returned to LA, and the Lakers stomped a mud hole and walked it dry against the Mavericks. DeAndre Ayton had better numbers than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis put up 12, 5, and 3 in 28 minutes, which for Anthony Davis, from my eyes, is horrific. Anthony Davis is usually a 25, 10, 10 guy, sometimes 30 plus. I don't know what happened, but he played really bad. It was a rough situation for AD. What are your thoughts on AD's comeback to LA, and what are your thoughts on why he played so bad? What brought it on?
All right, so flat out, the unibrow, he made his return. We talked about this last week. When he's healthy, he is a decent player. The bubble year saw what he could be. However, Father Time is clicking and ticking along, and we saw what we saw. Is this the best they're going to get from him? I don't know. However, just like we talked 2 weeks ago, that's the reason why the GM got fired, because they acquired him from LA. And I would imagine in the beginning, you were probably like, what? You know what? No, you can have him. You can have him. We're taking Luka Zembic absolutely any day of the week. So I think what the situation is now is, I think this is the best you're going to get from this guy. It was a bad move. I don't know if the pressure of him getting booed, being back in the stadium. However, he was not drafted by LA either. So I could see him having a bad game if he was playing with the Pelicans, because that's the Pelicans drafted him. And I think this is the best you're going to get from him. I mean, he's back from injury. This was his second game back, if I'm not mistaken, from injury. And
he's not hurt.
Maybe he still is. Maybe the pressure of you got to play in LA. Bro, this is a hype build-up game. The stadium's going to be packed to see you. Fans will be there to boo you, and they're going to sell out the arena. And he got exactly what we expected from him. I just don't think he's 100%. But
I think the fact that Luka has went to Dallas and torched him, and he's like, okay, you could do that to Dallas. Let me show you what I could do to LA. And dude, I think he tried, I don't know if he's he's a very old 32, but dude, he's playing like he's like 52.
Like he's
I don't know what
52.
happened. Yeah, he's playing slow. He's not rebounding that well. Like, I don't know what happened to him. And love him, but dude, he is brittle as sandpaper. As brittle as like as sand as glass as you can think of some other feather. Dude, I don't know what happened, dude. Andy Davis just fell apart.
Mr. Glass from Unbreakable, the movie. Yeah, Samuel Jackson's character. Listen, the beginning of the game, he was on fire. Like, on fire. And then second, third, especially third quarter, I'm like, wow, this dude looks like he's cooked, like he is tired and fatigued. And fourth quarter, he was listen. I think something's. I don't think he's 100% recovered. I think they forced him to come back because it was the first game he'd be back in LA.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel bad for Nico Harris because that move is looking worse and worse and worse. It's killing him. So I don't know, dude.
Well, he's fired anyway. What does he care?
Yeah, he's got his money. So I guess it is what it is. Yeah. All right, we're going to go back to the NFL, and this is the hottest topics we're talking about. Right now, we have three teams vying for the NFC West. You have Stafford and the Rams, you have Geno and the Seahawks, and you have Brock Not-So-Purdy and the 49ers. I'll take this first. If I had to say who I think is going to end up running away with the West, I'm still riding with the Rams because everybody can have one bad game. I think the Rams are too stacked. I think Nakua and Devontae Adams are beast receivers.
Absolutely.
I don't see them having another poo-poo game like that again. I think the Niners are very good, but they're lacking a lot. And I think, if Christian McCaffrey, God forbid, knock wood, gets hurt, that team is done. If you look at his percentage of field participation, dude, he's probably 60% of their offense. Catching it, running it, doing everything. I'm surprised he doesn't kick the extra point in the field goals. So I feel like the Rams have more weapons, and I feel like if, God forbid, Nakua or Devontae got hurt, I think the Rams could still go far. I think with the 49ers, if McCaffrey got hurt, again, knock wood, God forbid, the 49ers are done. So if you're telling me right now, who do I like? I got to go with the Rams, dude. I just feel like, and the Seahawks, 2 words, Geno Smith. That ends it right there.
Yeah.
Your go, my friend.
No problem at all, brother. Appreciate that. So everything you just touched on, I'm going to reinstate and reinvigorate. It just so happens that Stafford had a bad game, unfortunately, against a team with a losing record too. Like it would have been different if they were playing the Pats, and like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a solid. Well, bro, look at the Pats, bro. They got like, you know what I mean? It would be a justifiable answer to say to another fan, like, they played a great team, bro. Like, what do you can't win them all. But it's the fact that they played Carolina, bro. Like, damn, they got nobody worthwhile. Man.
Bryce Young looked like Joe Montana.
Yeah. Like, he's the only thing they got on their team. I don't even know any of the players, man. I'm like, bro, you lost to some high school roster, bro. So, but every player have to coincide. You got to play complementary football for whatever reason why the Rams didn't have it. The Hawks look decent. We talked about Darnold last week. He looks like a Zen master. They won this past week. However, look at the team they played will be everyone's answer. And then the 49ers situation, with the fact that, Shador, I mean, he just didn't play well. We had that incident that happened on the field. Hey, listen, if all else, anything in reference to the Browns, what's the defensive guy's name? Got 19 sacks now.
Garrett Miles,
yeah. He's got 3 from the record. And, is he going to do it? And he's got at least 5 games. Absolutely, he's going to. And we'll talk about that when that happens. But, the 49ers and Brock Purdy came back. The question mark was, are they going to stick? Or is he going to play? Yes or no? And he did. And we know the fact that, before he came back, the other quarterback was playing well. So we will see. But I think you're right. The Rams, flat out, everyone can lose one bad game. I mean, no one's ever won them all except for Miami and
the 72 Dolphins.
Yeah, 72 Dolphins. They're still riding on that.
That's never
year.
gonna happen. Yeah, now with the season, 18 games, impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's impossible. And I feel like with the 49ers, like I said, dude, McCaffrey's such a massive part of their offense.
Yeah.
Dude, he leads the team in carries. He leads the team in receptions every game. And I feel like, dude, like you have to have some other weapons. I think Purdy's a decent quarterback. I don't think he's a rock star. So I feel like the Rams could survive more than the Niners could. If God forbid, things happen to their stars. The Rams have more stars, from my perspective than the other ones.
Puka. Yes, indeed,
Puka Nacua, dude, beast. Dude, you saw that
boy.
catch? You see the catch? Yes, one hand grab.
One hand, like Odell Beckham vibe-ish.
Yes, that was, dude, he's a beast, dude. All right, we're moving to the South. We got 3 teams. We got the Jags, Colts, and Texans. I'll let you start this off. Who do you feel, if you had to say, put your chips on the table? This is gonna be this is gonna be our phrase for the night. Chips on the table. Who are you riding with in the South?
All right, I'm pushing all in with the Texans. All in, CJ Stroud him up. Strap him up, Stroud. And here we go. Let's enjoy the ride, brothers. The Colts, I told you this before. It was only a matter of time before Danny Dum Dum turns back from the pumpkin to the squash or whatever. I'm sorry, from the carriage back to the pumpkin. He's turning back into it.
Let me applaud that. Hold on.
Okay. He's turning back into what he is, and then with the Jags, they're up and down, man. They win one, they lose one, they win one. I think they're figuring it out. I mean, it's unfortunate, what happened to the brother. I mean, that's what happens when you try and do this 2-man player to, play both sides of the ball. But I'm going with the Texans, bro. I mean, they've got the confidence, they've got good coaching, solid run game, not stellar, solid. And, they're finding ways to win. So, yeah, I'm going with the Texans, bro.
I hate piggybacking off you with this because, unfortunately, I agree with everything you're saying. I think CJ Stroud is the truth. I think the Texans got great defense. Yeah. And, hey, to your credit, Danny Dimes turned back into Danny Penny, and he's not what everybody thinks he was. He's not even a whisper for MVP anymore. That conversation's gone. Gone. Like gone with the wind. Woof.
We shrunk, brother. Woo.
Gone. That's gone.
Like Dennis Green. They are who we thought they were. And you want to crown them 3 weeks ago? Then crown him. And look what happened.
Yeah.
This is exactly what he is and has always been.
Yes, and he's really proving it now because they found the secret sauce. Like, hey, if we double team Taylor, if we stop the run, let's see what Danny Nichols can do. And dude, he's throwing pennies, $50. He's not doing it, dude. Yeah. So it's like, dude, because they didn't know the secret sauce for a long time. They were like, oh, let's play the pass, and he was just running it.
And speaking of Sauce Gardner, unfortunately got hurt in the game. Yeah. We'll see what happens with him now. I'm just like, man, it's unfortunate. The Colts have, oh, well. All right.
And Eric has a good point. He's also playing hurt due to leg injuries, no longer mobile outside the pocket. He's still making bad throws, even in the pocket, dude. He's making bad throws. You can't use that leg injury as a defense, dude. Like, you still not going to read your routes, dude. Even if you may have the mobility, and Mack can attest, dude, you still got to read your routes, dude. He's not making good throws.
He's not making good throws, and he's doing exactly what he did before with us. When the pressure comes, he crumbles and all of a sudden can't read the defense anymore. Like, he cannot handle pressure in his face. Yeah,
and he was coasting because, because they were playing back. Taylor was running wild
everywhere.
Then when they start playing the run, these guys are wide open. You could hit these guys because they're wide open, dude. Yeah. So he wasn't doing anything spectacular. I think it was like a camouflage. And now the camouflage has been exposed. And unfortunately, Nickels and Dimes is not what he is.
It's over, bro. It is over for any Colts fan. Bet the under, bro, next week. Make good choices. Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
We're moving to the north, and it's basically a 2-man race. It's Mr. Ayahuasca against Mr. Jackson. I'll take this first. Right now, I feel like there's too much bad intensity on Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers had that horrible press conference, and we discussed this off air, blaming your receivers, blaming everybody else but yourself, because that's Aaron Rodgers. Blame defector. Can't, take any accountability. It's always somebody else's fault. Someone else didn't catch the pass. Someone else didn't read the route. It's not you making a bad pass, not you making the wrong play. It's somebody else. I think Lamar's got a solid team. I don't know why, and we had this conversation off air, why Derrick Henry's not running more, but I still feel Baltimore's still a better team, and I feel they will probably end up winning the North. But I'm going to say they're going to win it by default. Not because I think they're a juggernaut in the AFC. I just feel like Pittsburgh's just worse. Your turn, my friend.
Wow. So, thanks, brother, for a handoff. So I have a friend, my boy Keith, has been a Steelers fan since he was knee-high to a grasshopper, as the expression goes. He, of course, last night was like, they need to fire. So I'm like, listen, man, all right, call it what you want. This is a situation. I mean, Aaron got a little dinged up. Mason Rudolph did them no favors by throwing picks. So, throw INTs. So I don't know what's going on. You heard, well, I don't know if you heard or not, but it was chants in the stadium, fire Tomlin, fire Tomlin. That whole chant was going on. And you all know, of course, they asked him in the press conference, how do you feel about the record right now? He said, listen, I'm frustrated like the fans are as well. What about the fact that the fans shouting fire Tomlin? And he said, keep watching. And that means this. They have never, ever not made the playoffs under his leadership.
True.
You believe that Pittsburgh will make it. Baltimore, this is the problem with them. And this has been the plague of Baltimore since he has been there. Lamar, just like your boy Dak, regular season, is a good quarterback. Amazing, electrifying to see. Action Jackson, there's a reason why they call him. I'm surprised he doesn't have an action figure at this point, bro. Like, the guy is amazing. Michael Vick 2.0 or 2.5, whatever you want to call it. But he crunches under the pressure when it comes to getting into the playoffs. He has done the last 3 seasons, get to the first round, exit for whatever reason why mentally, I don't know what it is. And he's playing hurt because he's not 100%. And like I said before, we talked off air. Why is Henry not getting the rock? The man averages 5 to 6 yards per time he touches the rock. Why would you not feed him the ball knowing Lamar's not 100%?
Yeah. At the end of the day, I feel like Baltimore, I know you follow superheroes. Superman was allergic to kryptonite. I think Baltimore's kryptonite is Kansas City. I think they see Kansas City, boy, they just fall apart. They can't beat Kansas City. I just feel like they could have a juggernaut season. The minute they see Pat Mahomes, dude, Action Jackson turns into I don't know, nowhere Jackson. I'm lost Jackson. Because he falls apart. I don't know what happens, but dude, he's not there. So but I feel like they have a better team overall. Again, this is gonna be by default. I don't think either one of these teams is representing the AFC when push comes to shove, but I feel like they have a better chance of winning the division. But
do you think DK Metcalf is just gonna be a no-show? Like DK, bro, they got him for a reason, man. Like I think
I love DK.
I think the coaching that Tomlin will do, they're going to make the playoffs. And my boy always talks about they should have fired Tomlin last season. I'm like, oh, who are you going to get as a coach then? Like, who's out there that's going to be better than that guy? And if for some stupid reason that they decide not to renew his contract, Tomlin, he will have at least 15, 20 teams lined up. They will fire whoever they got as head coach to bring him in. It won't matter who the team is.
I would fire my coach for Mike Tomlin. Are you out of your mind?
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like that guy is a proven winner.
Yeah.
Period. Tell me when they had an offseason didn't make the playoffs. Never.
Yeah.
So
and he's winning with garbage.
Yes. Especially last year when they were trying to figure out the quarterback situation and still made the playoffs.
Preach. All right, we're going to a division that's very, very competitive. The NFC North. We have the Chicago Bears. I hate when they say the Bears, but whatever. The Packers and Detroit. I'll start this off. I feel, and I think your future son-in-law will be very happy to hear this. I think Chicago is probably winning that division. I think Jordan Love is very flippy-floppy. I think he's really good, and then he's dookie. I think Jordan Love is one of those quarterbacks where he doesn't have mediocre games. He's either lights out or lights off, and it's pitch dark in the room. Jared Goff, I don't know what happened to him, but he's not playing that good. I mean, he doesn't have his star receiver. Yeah, he doesn't have a star receiver, so he's suffering a little bit too. I relied on him way too much. Saint Germain, I think his name is. So, I think Chicago's got the defense. They got the power right now, dude. I think Chicago's winning that. I don't think it's going to be close. I think it's going to go on a massive flop. I think they're going to lose Thursday. I think they're going to lose again. They have a tough schedule. Green Bay's got an average schedule. Chicago's got the easiest schedule out of the three because I did my research. You're proud of, we do this on Boink Studios. We do our
absolutely.
BoinkStudios.com. Plug. Chicago's got the easiest schedule, so I feel like they have the easiest path to win their division. So I'm going to let you run. Here's the baton. What you got?
All right. Well, I will say this. My future son-in-law to be, everyone's name is Roman Best. He is a diehard Chicago Bears. There he is, the Bears, my guy.
Here we go.
Yeah. So he has been born and raised a Bears fan, has not wavered. When I met him, he talked football. I'm like, who's your team? He said the Bears. I'm like, the Bears. He was like, yeah. I'm like, why? But what I will say is this. He was over at the house right here Friday. And of course, I said to him, are you going to root for the Eagles? Are you going to root for, for the Bears? My daughter is an Eagles fan by proxy of her uncle, and that is it.
Oh,
she watched the game with, and I said, this is what happens when you're a house divided. It's okay. You know what I mean? And of course, she's watching, she's complaining, and I'm like, remember all those years when Dad would get frustrated at the TV and wonder why I'm yelling at the TV? This is why, honey. Yeah. So of course, this guy goes to the bathroom, right? Goes to the bathroom, comes back from the basement, got his stuff on, the towel. Let's go! Woo! The Bears. I'm like, this guy transformed. What's going on?
He bought a change of clothes. Wow.
Well, like he went and came back up with a jersey on, had his towel. He said, this is the towel from a couple seasons ago. I'm like, go get him, brother. Of course, my daughter's like, wow, really? He was like, yeah. And every time they scored, the Bears, baby, the Bears. And I'm with him. The Bears. Green Bay, you're absolutely right, bro. Jordan Love is so hot and cold. Detroit, they lost, a solid loss too. It wasn't like it was a Hail Mary loss, something's going on. And again, we're going to chalk it up just like the same thing with Matthew Stafford and the Rams. You're going to lose some games. Is the coach going to be dialing back in? He better. If not, then the allure of Detroit the light is going to dim a little bit and be like, what's going on with them? What's the circumstance? I don't know, man, but the Bears, this is their first season. They are really, really doing well. And I'm hoping that the head coach and the offensive coordinator stays to give that young man some stability. He has not had any since he has been drafted. So, we'll see what happens, So, yeah, I'm with him. I'm with Chicago. I'm with him.
I feel like, they have such a well-rounded team. And they have good receivers, good defense, good coach. Yeah, I don't see how you could,
that's
good,
it.
better, best. We're going to get better. We've gone to get the best. Wow, good. You're not biased at all. Oh my gosh.
They're the best team that Chicago has had in at least a decade.
At least a decade.
Quarterback has been the best for their team since Jim McMahon at this point, man. Like
pretty much, yeah. Because the quarterback is the truth. He's actually very good. So I think
he was touted as such, but
But it doesn't hurt that you have a good offensive line, a good coach that runs plays that are catered to him, because he's not a deep pocket throwing guy. He's more of a route running, passing guy. He knows how to hit these guys on the cuts. But if you're looking for like guys to run these deep route, he's not that guy. But if you want a guy like a 10-yard in route, he's the man. So
scramble when he needs to.
Yeah, scramble when he's got the legs.
Breaking down. Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right. We're moving to the South. And it's basically a two-legged race between Tampa Bay and Carolina. I'm going to let you go first.
All right, brother.
Who do you got? And who do you think is going to go?
Quick, listen, we ain't got to go long on this. It's Tampa, bro. It's Tampa. Tampa 2 all day long. It's Tampa Bay. Carolina, like I said before, anyone can win a game. But their division is such a mess. Listen, Tom Brady left. They've been trying to figure it out. Listen, he came back this week. I mean, the concern was going to be whether or not this guy's going to be available to play or
Shake
not.
and bake?
And, yeah, Mr. Shake and Bake himself. And they, he played and they won the game. Carolina, listen, they're happy to have a franchise down there, bro, at this point. Listen, it's Tampa Bay all day long. Carolina ain't doing nothing, bro. We know that. I mean, listen, the fact that he's still the starting quarterback, good for him. But there's nothing down there in the South except Tampa. So, Mr. Baker, may the field be broad and wide as he is rolling the way he is, bro. So yeah, it's Tampa Bay all day. Prove me wrong.
I don't want to be doing this on this show, but I have to agree again because I just don't see Carolina doing anything. I think Shake and Bake is there. He's playing with garbage because his top receiver, Mike Evans, is out for the season.
Rest of the season. It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, and he's a beast. I think this would be I think they'd be much further ahead if Mike Evans was here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Carolina is so bad that I think that Tampa, will squeak through. I think Tampa's going to end up winning that division.
They're going to,
because Carolina, like you said, is playing in a poo-poo division. They're beating a bunch of poo-poo teams.
Yeah,
they got lucky this week and got a win, but Bryce Young is not that dude. For all you Bryce Young fans, if he's in your fantasy team, trade him now. Bryce Young is not. I think he's a good guy. I just don't see it.
So let me ask you this then. I mean, Bryce, it's unfortunate. Okay, so last year, of course, they drafted him. It happens. Every quarterback goes to the worst team. It is science, and we know that. It's rare. I mean, unless another team sneaks in and try and does something different. But it's unfortunate last year. I mean, he got beat up. He got shredded. I'm like, man, oh, man. And in the first 6 or 7 games, then they benched him for 2. And then the rest of the season, he just magically turned it on. And I don't know what happened. I'm like, they won, I think it was last 3 of their last 4 at the end of the season. And he turned it on. And I guess that gave him the confidence to say he's the guy. And then, of course, this season, as we started off 1 or 2 and then started losing, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. And down there in Carolina, man, it's unfortunate, but it's the cyclical business of, there's a reason why you're picking number 1 because you have the worst record. So I don't know. What they're going to do in the offseason now. I mean, they'll finish 2 or 3 as far as picking the draft. And whether or not I wouldn't be surprised they didn't pick a QB again.
Roman brings up a very good point. You need Mike Evans and Baker 100%. 100%. For them to go anywhere, you need both of them.
Yeah.
They're not going to go far. So don't get me wrong, Roman. I don't see them going far. I just think they'll win that division. But yeah, with no Mike Evans, you can't go anywhere, dude. That's it's like driving a car with 3 good wheels. You're only going to get so far.
Yeah, you could drive a little bit with it.
Yeah,
but at one point when you hit the brakes, you're gonna
trouble cars.
Yeah, you can glide on those 3.
Yeah,
especially if it's the front 2. Yeah, no problem at all. But as soon as you slow down, it's gonna go like this. It's not. You're not doing anything. So yeah,
you can ride a bike with 1 good tire and the other one's a little low, but after a couple of turns on that bike, you're gonna be walking with it. So. Yeah, Mike Evans is you're going to be carrying it home. You're going to be tagging it onto your car and getting it home because, Mike Evans is such a huge part of that offense that I don't see it, dude.
God, yeah. And they don't have a solid run game either. They have not had a 100+ yard receiver. I mean, on running back. since what, two
wow.
seasons ago? I
Yeah.
think, like, you know,
Since the Brady era. I think
since
it's
Brady,
been a long time.
man.
Yeah, it's been a minute, dude. All right,
Yes, it has.
we've had this conversation several times, but we got to keep going because the stories is blowing my mind. We're going to the NBA.
Yes, indeed.
The Lakers have won 7 in a row.
In a row.
LeBron is playing this backseat role. Luka and AR are putting up numbers that I've never seen before. AR, I'll take this first.
Yeah.
AR is playing, and statistically playing better than Anthony Edwards, than Devin Booker, than a lot of these two guards, dude. Austin Reeves right now is an all-star. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. Austin Reeves is the truth. I thought, I will be the first to admit, I thought LeBron was going to throw a little fit and demand the ball and want to be that second scorer. You know, I think he was okay with Ozempa Luka being the man, but he's not. But I never thought he'd be comfortable playing third seat. You know, in the old terms, he's riding the B word. Me and you were in the front of the car, and he's riding in the back. I'm shocked. I never thought I would see it. I don't know how long this is going to last. So this is a 2-part question for you, and I'll let you take it.
Right, no problem.
How long do you see this lasting? And are you surprised that it's still going on till this day? They play tonight against Phoenix. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I'm going to let you spout off. Words of wisdom, my friend. Let's go.
Problem. All right. So America, just where everyone knows, unless you've been living on a rock since week 1 of this podcast, Ray over here is a diehard Lakers fan, more specifically a Kobe fan. Okay.
Yes.
However,
did you say Kobe?
Kobe. Yes, I did. Kobe.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's what I figured. You have something going with the team today. I'm surprised you're not wearing purple or yellow. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I have the 24th. That counts, right?
Okay, that counts. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, so everyone, just so you know, we had this conversation 2 weeks ago. The concern with LeBron coming back from injury, I had a very specific conversation. I said, listen, I know for a fact, because of his calculating ability, his savantness to basketball, LeBron James is watching what is happening on the sideline and either saying to myself, how can I plug in to be a part? Should I just, if I disrupt the rhythm, will we lose? I think at this point in his career, he wants to win. So I honestly thought, I'm like, you know what, Ray? I said, we'll see. I said, but this is what I think should have been happening in conversation after the games, having talks of how he can plug into what's going on that's working. Why upset the apple cart? Because I want to be the guy. If I can plug in and make it still work, then that's what I'll do. Tonight, I think, will be the key. If AR still continues to rock the way he's doing with Luka, I think this will be the format moving forward unless he gets hurt. The lobs.
That's a hot take. Okay.
I'm telling you, yeah. You heard it here today.
Yes.
December 1st, 12/1/25. I'm going on record. If tonight
you heard this, folks. You heard it now.
Yes.
Go ahead.
If he still continues the way he is, then I think so. Now, part B to the question is, do you think this is sustainable? I think it can be as long as he still allows it to be. And that's the key word, allows, because if his ego gets in the way and they start losing, then it'll be, this is why they crumbled, because this guy still wants to be number one and needs to recognize Father Time is coming. It's knocking. I think he will play next year unless he gets drastically hurt and really says, you know what, that's it. I don't think anything changes with him health-wise. If he remains the way he does, I think he will accept this role of being the third man and know, this is what it's going to be moving forward. Wow. That's my take, bro.
Wow. Yeah. So you see, the competition's been solid. They've played some really good teams, beating some really good teams. So I can't say they've been playing, these bottom-feeding teams, San Antonio, OKC, and it's been the AR Luka show. And I'm very, very surprised. Like I said, I'm the first to admit, I thought LeBron would be like, no, I'm number 2, AR, you're number 3. This is the way it's got to be. Dude is averaging 12, 13 points a game now. For LeBron, that's insane.
That's insane.
insane. I mean, LeBron is usually at least
20
a
plus.
25 plus guy. For
Yeah.
him to barely crack double digits, is insane to me.
And winning.
That's the
Mind
crazy
you.
part. So you think his savantness is preventing him, not preventing, is helping him realize that, hey, if I try to be the LeBron of old, this could jeopardize this chemistry, and maybe I should just sit back and just let this happen.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
100%. If you're that smart, you should be able. I know for a fact either he was on the side of the court. I mean, I don't know all the games he was out for. If they showed shots of him on the side of the of the team, obviously dressed in casual wear, or if he just wasn't there. But I'm pretty sure he was paying attention to the game and watching what's happening, and then figuring out how can I plug myself back into this. Will it be advantageous for me to still need to rock when I see the flow of the game? They're winning. If they were losing, then he probably was like, I got to come back and be what I am. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he's not, I think, is what's making it work.
Wow. I mean, I'm very, like I said, respect to Austin Reeves, because this guy was undrafted. No one saw this coming, and he's been this way for like 3 years. He has been
Really?
Yes, Austin Reeves has been that dude for a while, but he's getting the spotlight now because LeBron, to his credit, is playing a third wheel. Because last year, because Luka didn't discover Ozempic, he was still a little bit out of shape. So it was LeBron, Luka, and Austin. It was still the LeBron show, but now it's changed. And dude, I don't know. And like, I hope LeBron sees it, like you're saying. I hope your words. I know he listens to the show, LeBron. So thank you for being a part of our show.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. I feel like he is that smart. He is definitely one of the most cerebral basketball minds ever created. He knows the game inside and out. Super, super intelligent guy. So I feel like that you said, like he's got to see this. Like, wow, these two are gelling, because AR and Austin Reeves know what they're doing. And to your point, he's got to know, like, look, if I try to drop 30, it's going to stop the flow of the game. It's going to make things different. And, to JJ's credit, dude, I don't know what JJ's saying on the bench to LeBron, but it's working, dude.
And you know what? You bring up a very good point.
Before Young will eventually be more of a significant part of the rotation. He will be eventually if needed. I don't know. That's the point. When will you know if he's needed or not? If they lose one game, do you automatically make LeBron your number 2 option again? Like, that's why I think that's a problem. Your thoughts on that?
Well, you know what? Well, from the standpoint of what you just said, like, I think JJ definitely had talks with him, man. Mm-hmm. Like, conversations after the games is over. Like, listen, man, you see what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I mean, of course, we know they're boys, because well, you can call it what you want to call it.
They had a podcast together, right?
He was on his podcast, exactly. He was on the podcast, and before the position of the head coach came open, and all of a sudden his name got tossed into the ring. And I'm like, imagine that, one of his buddies. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that Jay is probably talked to him after each game, or whatever be the case, to say, like, you see what's going on here, blah, blah, blah. This is how we can plug you back in by doing this. Like, I'm pretty sure he's had that conversation with him, like, you know what? And then at practice, seeing the rhythm of, can this work in doing this, I think is how it is happening right now. And I'm pretty sure Jay is talking to him, man. He has to. There's no reason on God's green of us to think that was not a conversation between the two of them, or the three of them for that matter.
It has, because he's not even putting up like 30 shots. He's being efficient. He's putting up like 12, 13 points, and he's shooting like maybe 12 to 15 shots. He's not even putting up insane shots.
Not even attempting, giving more the assists. And like I know, that's been his problems when he was in the playoffs years before. That's why he didn't win all of them that he won, because he tried to give other people shine on the court to try and be more of a, distribute the ball versus just taking charge. And, that's why he only got 3 rings. Michael Jordan, his coach said to him, Phil said to him flat out, for this to work, you have to learn to share the rock.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? It worked. However, they were using a triangle offense. And you know what? For what it's worth, Ray, I don't understand why more teams don't do triangle.
I don't know.
Like, you know what I mean?
Some
Like,
players just don't know how to adapt to it.
I mean, but Phil took it from the Bulls. He brought it over to LA. It worked.
And they used it, won all those championships doing the triangle, and then they you know. But I will say JJ is running a remixed version of it, so it's not like completely gone in LA, but it's a little different. I know what you're saying. You're 100% right. I don't know. I have no answer for that, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, we're switching gears, and OKC just lost Josh Hartenstein for 2 weeks.
Is that what is official?
Yeah, it's official. He's out for 2 weeks. Doesn't look good. This is a big blow for OKC. I know it's early in the season, but do you see SGA being the new focal point and doing everything by himself? He already was the main focal point, but now with Hartenstein out, like, I don't know the other guy that can help this team. So is OKC in a little bit of trouble? I know it's early, but 2 weeks is a long in the NBA season. So
it is
pick on that.
Yeah. All right. So at least at this point, with 2 weeks of him being gone, they'll play at least 4 games. But no, three. I think it's 3 games.
Probably 4, maybe 5.
5, maybe 5. Yeah. 4 or 5. Yeah, because of the season.
Because a lot of back-to-backs.
Yeah. You're right. That's right. At least 4 games. Now, let's keep in mind this too. Obviously, SGK, he's going to have to make and play a different role now with the team. And we'll see if they can gel with this different direction now. And you're right, it's 2 weeks. And then I think it's the same situation with LeBron. When Hardenstein comes back, will they be able to plug him in? Now, if they lose the next 3 or 4, if they lose 3 out of the 5, we'll give them 5 games.
Okay.
They will instantly plug Hardenstein back in, and we'll see what we got going on. If they win 3 of the 5, the question mark will then be, is Hardenstein going to be willing to make the adjustment because of the flow of the game? Kind of the Lakers situation. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Will it be the same situation where Hardenstein's going to be like, yo.
But he's your big guy, dude. He's your rebounder. He can shoot. Yeah. So he's not a scrub. I don't know.
Exactly.
And
SGA will not rebound.
He's not rebounding. He wants to dribble and shoot. But he's excellent at it. He's MVP. But I will say this, though. If he gets reevaluated and he's gone another week, God forbid, again, I never wish injury on anybody. If it lasts longer, this could put a damper in OKC, dude, because, a season could be, 5 or 6 game swing in the loss column could be you drop it from the 1 seed to the 3 seed.
To the 3, yeah. So
these games, every game in the West, and we had this conversation off air.
Yes, we did.
The West is tight like a fresh tuned up guitar, dude. You can't lose a lot in the West, dude. There's not a lot of wig room. The East, you can lose 10 in a row and you're fine.
like we're good.
We're good.
We just need to turn it on towards the end of the season. We'll be all right. As long as we get in, that's all that matters in the East. Yeah.
The West, you have very little wiggle room. So I'll say this to you again. If this turns out to be a longer injury and they drop, let's say 6 or 7, could this hurt OKC's chances of remaining the number 1 slot if they have a big gap of losses in that column? And it affects the end of the...
No, I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. They're going to get in. It's just
obviously, yeah.
It's going to be the seeding's going to be an issue. Will they have the same opportunity this past season when they won the chip because they were seeded higher? Because
they were 1 seed, yeah.
They're 1 seed, yeah. And so now to be the question mark will be, can you play from behind? And that will be the question mark. Let's see how great you are, SG. Let's see if you are what everyone in America thinks you are. Can you play from behind and rally your team with backups or whatever you want to call them? Listen, everyone who's playing in the NBA are all talented individuals. That's why they have a G League to separate great versus mediocre. So, and will he rise to the occasion? Will he rise to the occasion and help his team and forge them to win? And, we're going to see.
Yeah, because you got to realize they're going to double team SGA. Shaky is going to get double team now because Hartenstein's not there. So you got no one in the paint. So you're going to double him up front. Now you're going to make one of these other guys, Williams or those guys, beat you. I don't know, dude. Like I said, it's going to be tough. He's a big part of that offense.
My God.
We're at the final buzzer. This is where you guys can ask me or Mack anything about anything. Bring it on. And we will start first. Fernando says, "What's up?" And he has a question.
What up?
If the Lakers do not win a title this year, first of all, that's blasphemy. Do you consider trading LeBron to build better around Luka? Mack, I'll let you answer this first.
Ooh. Well, first things first. Does LeBron have a no trade clause? Do you know offhand?
He has a no trade clause.
Okay, then he's staying. Period.
Okay.
Period. Because there's no other place for him to go that's gonna put him in contention where he is now. He's not going to OKC, bro. Like, you know what I mean? There's nowhere the map that makes that work. So, he's not going anywhere unless he wants to, and he knows he has the best chance to win where he is now. So, Nando, he ain't going nowhere, bro, unless he wants to. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah. I will piggyback off that. Yeah, Fernando, he wants to win at this point in his career. Where else are you going to win? OKC? Yeah. OKC's not going to take him.
No.
San Antonio.
They're not trading Hardenstein.
They're not trading Hardenstein. They're not packaging around him. They're not trading Wembanyama. Cleveland won't take him. They don't need him. So, like, the only contending teams, dude, are teams that don't need him. So, and his son's in LA.
I was gonna say
they have a house in LA. Baby? His kids playing in LA. It would take a lot. I don't see it, dude. Because the only teams that need him are teams that he would not want to play for, where he's gonna have to
work really hard,
work like a dog. So
yeah. At this point in his career, there's not enough hyperbaric chamber love for him to do that.
Eric says season's still young, will eventually be more of a significant part of the rotation. He eventually be needed. I agree. He says the Knicks try the triangle. You need the right talent. I agree 100%. You need the right talent.
Yeah. I guess you're right for it to work, and you're right. Phil had Mike and he had Kobe, so
it's hard to do it with the right talent. Yeah, what type of value would you even expect to get from at this stage? Yeah. Hey, you know what, Fernando? Does he deserve it? He deserves it. Let's throw him an applause.
Yeah. And Eric is right on this point in his career. Like, Hardenstein's not leaving. There's no value at this point, LeBron career-wise. What we're giving up our so.
Yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, the only player that could potentially be traded is Hardenstein, and you're not trading him. He's in his early 20s, so
exactly.
Dude, you're not doing it, dude.
40s.
Oh,
we're
my
not
God.
Gonna play you.
Well, okay, still are still the favorites to win the ship, 100%. I will not take anything from OKC. They are still the favorites to win the ship. But we had this conversation. I don't know if you were watching earlier. There's a long stretch now with no Hardenstein, dude. And like I said, and me and Mack agree, you can't drop to a 2 or 3 seed in the West and expect to win. It's very hard. OKC is going to have to.
I don't know.
Pull it up. I mean, SGA is that legit, but again, it's easier to do it when you have home field throughout the whole playoffs. When you're the 1 seed and everything's got to go through OKC, it's a lot easier to do than trying to win on the road.
Yeah, it's 10 times harder, just like you said before. And the fact of, if he is what they paid him to be, but bottom line is he still needs help. Like, 100%. Someone's going to step in, just like Mike needed help to get over the hump when they finally did. And their second three-peat, they went and got Rodman, and flat out, the situation was simply this. Scottie Pippen was like, don't bring that crazy dude here, blah, 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 blah. Mike turned to Phil and said, can you coach him? And Phil was like, yes. And he said, good, because we need the rebounds. And he went on three-peat. So, yeah. SGA is as good as the people around him. And if Hardenstein's gone for a longer period of time, we'll see what happens. And,
it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard, dude. And I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but you have no idea how a couple of losses in the West can affect your seeding. So, I don't know, dude. Yeah. Peter says, if the Lakers do not win the title this year, or even if they do, LeBron needs to retire. I think if the Lakers somehow do win, I think LeBron very strongly might retire. I don't know. I think if they get to the Western Conference Finals, because LeBron is that competitive, I think he will try his best to play again. What do you think, Mac? And we'll end it here.
I do believe 100%. If they win, he'll only have 4. He'll want to try and come back again, bro. He'll want to come back again to enter.
Is this time for you to get another one? You know what?
You know what I mean? Like, as crazy as it sounds, bro, he'll only have 4. Will he want 5? Absolutely. And the no trade clause will be a real situation. And yeah, man, he'll come back. And again, unless ACL.
Yeah, let's go into the assumption he's healthy. He's 100%.
Yeah, if he's 100%, he'll be at.
He wants number 5 to tie Kobe. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. He wants to be in the conversation because that's the issue now. Kobe is 5, Mike is 6.
I need to get at least 5, so at least I can be in the conversation.
At least Lakers allure. If you don't have at least 5, bro, then there's no conversation.
Yeah, in Laker world, if you don't have 5, it's a mess.
Yeah,
right, brother. Yeah. Thank you again for joining us on the show. I appreciate all the love. Matt, parting shots before you go.
Yes, absolutely. So as usual, everyone, please like, share, and subscribe to Boink Studios is what I like to call us. But other than that, America, we're entering the holiday season. Hope Thanksgiving was well. This is the season to be around people that you love and support, whatever may be the case. But this is also the time of the season that you reflect on ones who may not be with you. Keep them in your heart and spirit and mind with the holiday season. Love everyone. Appreciate you all.
Thank you, brother. All right, brother. I will see you next week. Be safe.
Absolutely.
Stay in the studio. And let me say goodbye to everybody. All right, guys. That's another episode of Ray Sports and Slams. Again, thank you so much for watching. I can't emphasize enough. Please like, share, subscribe. BoinkStudios.com. A lot of great shows on the platform. Tom Clark's Main Event. Tom Clark 6M Podcast. You have Bachman's Basement. You have the 6M Podcast, like I said. So please, guys, follow the channel, follow the website, the Patent Report. There's some great shows on there, dude. Love you guys, and I will see you next week, and we are out.